So I'm posting this as an addition to the for a video for all of y'all who can't read. Okay, and I'm not trying to put shame there. I'm saying that these administrations have spent trillions of dollars to defraud you. So if you're a high schooler and you can't read and you have no reading comprehension, all of those people have lived their lives and gotten paid salaries. All of these people that have been administrators, all these people that have been teaching you, they all been doing this stuff. And the system is working where if you make an allegation, you get targeted. If you have the evidence, you're targeted. They don't reach out to you. What you need to pay attention to, very, very important in the Epstein files, is every agency that was contacted by a victim, their response on how they responded to how the victim reached out with their allegations. You know how they responded? One phone call. Oh, they didn't pick up. Done. Okay? Very simply. Very simply. Oh, their phone number changed. We have their email address, but we are not going to reach out an email. We have an inquiry. We're not doing that. We have how many files of emails between these people and some law enforcement that are reaching out to them. They're reaching out to the accused. They're not reaching out to the people that got the evidence or the people who went through the experiences and have the names. They're going backwards. It's just like in Georgia where the government decided that they were going to investigate prisons for human rights violations and civil rights violations, okay, and inhumane conditions. What did they do? It's very clear. Go back. When I think it's GBI, which has been implicated themselves personally. I've had hear things about them myself from people who have been affected by them. But they decided, let's investigate the prisons first because it's so extreme in the prisons. They still left the door open to city and state law enforcement to violate human rights and violate civil rights and violate constitutional rights. Morally, ethically, all of those things, they just threw all that shit out the door. Okay? So that what is happening there and what that created was the ability for them to say to the public facing, we're investigating all these things in the prisons. Meanwhile, ICE is taking people into prison camps. Put the sheriffs and all these people are also still doing the same thing they've been doing. And then we have Elizabeth Warren going in there talking about ICE, talking about how they don't even have the regular law enforcement playbook. You all have been holding law enforcement's hand for so long, and then to the extent that you literally allowed them and were so negligent that you allowed them to have body cameras. You already established that they could not be trusted without proper supervision, and they needed the cameras. And with that being said, you turned around and gave them body cameras they can fucking turn off whenever and turn on whenever they want. So many people have been arrested and many people have had illegal searches and seizures because these people and been kidnapped in New York City. It's happened to me myself, prior law enforcement myself, for being a whistleblower and for people wanting me to be the tenants association president because they were too dang scared to fight. Some people did, but they were so scared from the targeting and the intimidation and the threats that they didn't continue. Or they just moved. Or they died from the stress. It used to be a revolving door in this apartment. In apartment buildings. This apartment building. And all the ones that they have. A revolving door. When I moved in here, there was somebody dying. And we're talking about a government agency, a private agency, together in co-investing. Okay? So now, what sovereign immunity does, because the government doesn't like to sue itself, okay? But sovereign immunity, that allows them to not be able to sue themselves unless they're negligent. This is why we're seeing the backpedaling that we're seeing, because they are blatantly negligent to the extent that they are defrauding the public for how many generations, how many decades, how many people have able to have their salary position, have their perks, have their health insurance while everybody else is suffering. And then everybody in their ranks are saying, oh, we need more time. You've had enough time. You've had enough time. You had no problem wrangling up all these people to all these people that are untrained to snatch people and children out of schools and their jobs while over on the guys that you're looking for criminals, when the worst criminals that exist are you. This country was founded on the worst criminals, the worst of the worst. Look at American history. Those people that were supposedly escaping religious persecution were people who wanted to be ultra religious to the point where they could do Salem witch trials and burn witches alive. Everybody is a witch. If you cook, your ass is a witch, or at the least a curandera. Okay, and they consider those things the same thing. One of them, they say you can't. A curandera could cuss you. They just choose not to. Okay, spiritually, they could get away with cussing you because if you're oppressing them, they can fucking cuss you and not reap any karma from that. So I don't want to throw out the spiritual understanding of what's been happening about this energy harvesting, about these sacrifices. But what you're not understanding is the depth of how the sacrifices can happen and how they're happening. And then everybody gets in the mob mentality. Okay. And what it's doing is demonizing victims that actually may have actual evidence that we need to present publicly, because our government has all the evidence, but they're squashing it because they don't want to look like they fucked up in the first place. And that's every administration. All of these people, even the ones that are acting like they're not, if they were in office before, they had something to do with covering this fucking shit up and playing chess moves to play this shit out the way it is so that they could do the same thing that these people are doing, creating a problem to say that they're going to be the solution to the problem. They're not the fucking solution to the problem. They're fucking grifters. They're frauds. Okay? They're doing pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes. All this shit is going on. And then when you look at the alphabet agencies, they need to be done with, because you're not giving me no fucking excuse. If somebody abuses my child, this is why a lot of us say we not having no dang kids in this mofo. We look at it, I look at it, the triplets. Let somebody tell me that somebody abusing these dang child. It's going to be bodies on the floor. They not doing bodies on the floor. They're not doing bodies on the floor to the people that want to protect innocent people. They want to put bodies on the floor for hardworking people who would protect innocent people, should they not be petrified to get snatched up out of their fucking house, thrown out of the fucking goddamn country, when they came the legal route. All their fucking arguments that they said is bullshit lies about why they had to do this in the first place. Mexicans, if you look at their dang history, they're just like how their argument is just like Native Americans, and the same argument that the Moors had, and the same argument that the Native American black people who have been here before had. We were here before. They were here before. They knew they were here before. We had migration in Africa, was up and down, and then all of a sudden everybody wanted to do borders when they got kings, and for the kings sat there, slaughtered everybody that was a spiritualist, stole all their dang knowledge on the guys that they wanted to share knowledge together, the same way you fucking minions are doing in modern times. You're reliving your history over and over again. This is why this world has been literally deleted and reestablished again and again, wiped out and established again and again, because they keep doing the same thing over and over again. You have to look at archaeologists for that. You have to expand yourself. And in order for you to do that, you need to fucking read. When you're playing your video games and skipping over all the fucking intel that's in there, you need to be reading that shit. Stop trying to get through the fucking storyline. Stop rushing ahead. All you people going through the Epstein files, stop posting the fucking videos and going off the deep end to make shit more fucking confusing. Especially when you're making it more confusing for the adults who may have gotten some reputation or fame after they've been abused their entire childhood. You're ostracizing the same people who can help you unravel the fucking mess that has been created to hide and trap them as well as you. You're not giving them safety. You're not giving them, there's 8 billion people here that are ready to fucking rip this place open like that. You're not giving them that. You're giving them, I need to stay quiet. I'm still in the shit. And these fucking people are eating intestines of babies, whatever the case might be. The whole list of things that you guys are putting out. Okay? How the fuck would you ask women why they don't, and men, why they don't leave abusive situations all the fucking time? You're not giving them anywhere to leave to that's safe. Check yourself. You're making the shit show worse. And if you're posting shit and you don't have proper reading comprehension and you can't articulate a thought, but you're just going out here, oh, this person's out here in the files. You know how many fucking people are in them damn files? Mad people did business with these people. A lot of people did not know. A lot of people did know. You don't know which it is which, but you're just going out there. Everybody was doing it. That's not how organized crime works. The organized crime works more like your government. You're on a need-to-know basis. We're going to do what we're going to do in this agency. Fuck you over in this agency. You're not going to know. You're going to think you're fighting enemies. We're not even enemies. We're all business partners, and we're all benefiting from the war. We want to talk about Hitler, and we want to talk all about this, and the UK wants to do all this. The UK bet against. While they were allies with the U.S., they bet against the Jews, and they financed the Nazis the same way they financed these motherfucking ICE agents. Okay? So they're bearing a responsibility, which is why their current parliament is looking actually better than ours, because our government, our fraudulent usurper-ass government, and their parliaments as well are usurper-led. They're still walking around with our crown jewels on and all of our shit, all of our relics. They're paying, they're making us pay to see them. Now they have to step up, which is why you see the international European unions and all these little alliances that they have going on over there, ostracizing and trying to separate themselves from the American government. Because they understand that the American government is split up into shadow government, and they split themselves as a corporate structure. So this is why things are not getting done. And then on top of that, therefore, risk mitigation, when they are the most risk, they're the highest risk that we have. We wouldn't have all this shit if they were not existing. They made it worse. We already had slavery throughout the globe for just on minorities. Now they're going out there saying, no, we're going to fucking enslave everybody. Goyim are supposed to serve us. Goyim should be eradicated anyway. Well, if Goyim are supposed to serve you and you want to eradicate them as well, who the fuck is supposed to serve you, dumb fucks? You don't even make sense. So I be having to write stuff down to bring the professional out of me, because they put me to the limit where I'm just cussing they fucking asses out, and I'm going to be out here screaming and yelling like this when I'm explaining it, because at this point, it's like, I'd rather crash my car into them. I'll crash my financial vehicle into them and blow their damn spot up like that, because that's the only thing that they understand. Everybody's pedal to the metal to get shit done now. Same thing with the pandemic. When they were getting that plan in place, they were pedal to the metal. They found money out of nowhere. No money for reparations, no money for healthcare, no money for none of this stuff, but always unlimited money for Zionist Israel. Always unlimited money for war. Always unlimited money because you caused displacement and famine. You created that. You created destructed environments, and now you want the diaspora to now slave more, along with our through slavery family members, to continue to pay for genocide, while open genocide, while you're silently doing genocide on the public and putting them in slavery as well, of all the different types. Oh, hell no. You got to throw that bullshit out. You got to throw the diplomacy out. And then I'd be wrangling them like this, that are the influencers, because anybody that has a fucking sponsorship that is connected to these people, we're looking at them like, because unless you're real like this, you probably won't have sponsorship. If you was real like this, you wouldn't have no fucking sponsorship. Okay? So anytime you see somebody with a sponsorship, trust and believe, majority of the time, that's people that are under control, and they're there to cause chaos because they make money off chaos, and they continue to operate off chaos because it gives them more time. When they don't have the time, then they start making more mistakes in their cover-ups. Like how when we're supposed to be looking at the Epstein files, and the Epstein files, the only thing that's supposed to be redacted is for national security, but every single one of these people, nationals, so then you are admitting that they're agents for various governments because you're redacting their names, not victim names. So then come out and admit that you've been doing these CIA operations, these Mossad operations. Rape is still legal as a weapon of war. And rape is not specific to adults. So they believe that the things that they're doing, because they have not outlawed rape as legal or as illegal, they believe that they can continue to do it. And our governments are allowing them to do it because they know that this is legally a legal thing. It doesn't mean it's morally correct, but it distracts you from outlawing it, making legislation so that it can't be legal, so that now they can be prosecuted. All the things that they have done, if they were individuals and just elites, then boom, there will be proper substantiation for them to be investigated, and not only investigated, brought in, collected, like they do regular people. Oh, you're impeding an investigation. I need to arrest you like this. What fucking investigation? The law enforcement officers that arrested me. Obstruction of justice while I'm sitting in the fucking drive-through of Taco Bell. Because I want to assert my constitutional rights not to identify myself on private property when no crime was committed. And all million people, I got 1 million views on that video, and none of you motherfuckers were sitting there defending me. So I'm not here to defend you and your bullshit and your ignorance, your willful ignorance. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the people who are silenced on top of the fact that because they have NDAs. Because you think that this behavior is okay, and you don't see that they're doing this shit legally as government agencies. Their own judges came out and admitted that these things, their own whistleblowers came out and admitted these things, that these agencies have turned into the abusers that they're supposed to be fighting. Why are we spending billions of dollars over how many decades for fighting trafficking? But we get little patches, couple kids here, couple people there, maybe 100 over here, 100 over there. It's 8 billion people in this motherfucker getting trafficked. It takes more bodies than that. And you're the people that are in the body count of the people that are doing that and covering that shit up. You. Regardless of whether Cash Patel just came up in here out of nowhere, every fucking excuse that you have, Cash Patel, you got it, and we know exactly what you're doing. And if they don't know, they're going to know because we see exactly what you're asking for. You're doing more than this other administration, all that. That's bullshit. Because who you should be going after is to cut the head off the fucking snake. And you're not doing that because you have to cut your own fucking head off too. You have to take yourself out. You have to take yourself in. And all these conservative Christians that want to sit there and praise you, they were sitting there in their lifelong appointments putting that shit under the rug this whole fucking time, and now they're sitting over there acting like they're on your fucking side, and you're sitting there chupando el fucking bicho. And if you don't know what that means, with their dick in your mouth, their little tiny ass Vienna sausage dick in your mouth, while you come in here talking to the general public and disrespecting women. When you go in there and you have impatience when women talk, maybe you need a woman like this to go in there and talk to you because you're fucking trash. You're disrespectful to women. You have no patience for shit that they say. And you suck the fucking, the proverbial fucking dick of any fucking white person, any old money, or any fucking conservative ass white person that's going there fucking talking to your face. Anybody is asking you any questions, if it's a man, boom, you're ready there with the response. You're ready there. But if a woman goes to the table, you look like a person that doesn't even like women. You look at a person that doesn't have no fucking patience for women. You're looking at somebody that thinks that they can fucking sit there and spoon feed bullshit for perpetuity, and that now your fucking Indian ass from out of wherever the fucking flying fuck, whatever backdoor fucking deal America did with India to go save their asses from sitting there and looking like they were exploiting India for how many decades in tech, which they were doing, and now all of a sudden now we're all working together. We're all doing that. We weren't exploiting you before. No, we give you a top position in the FBI. Yeah, they could take that just like they fucking literally take everybody else out of the fucking street too. You better fucking get your life together is what you need to do. Because they're going to put your brown ass on the fucking chopping block next when all their fucking shit starts coming out, all their Grindr accounts start coming out, and all the people start getting refocused on what is the reality of the situation and what they actually have to attack and how they have to attack it publicly. So that you and your PR and all that bullshit you guys got going on all across city, state, and federal government can just look exactly like it is. Political theater. Because you're not getting shit done. You're taking out the competition. You're sex traffickers. You're human traffickers yourself. You let abuse continue. You're negligent. You don't have sovereign immunity anymore. And you're fucking backpedaling is what you look like. So take the professional post that I'm going to tag in the fucking description. Like, share, and subscribe so you get the unfiltered version. But then look at the written version and get the fucking facts. Get the facts of what they're doing, how they're psychologically making a fucking manipulation of you with every single day that goes by. And how they're using influencers to do so. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm tired of fucking telling you guys this shit. Stop fucking getting my shit buried. All y'all want me to like your kids and like your family, like all your posts, give a fuck about you. But anything that I give a fuck about, y'all don't give a fuck about. You don't share shit. You don't like shit. You don't comment. You don't do nothing for me. So when I'm talking, y'all getting thrown out. Y'all getting thrown out. We're focusing on victims because y'all are continuing to work with them on this. You two chicken shit to be actually defending yourself. And especially all y'all that talked about, oh, if I was alive during slavery, I would have been doing it. All that bullshit. And y'all not doing nothing. You're fucking silent. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be related to all y'all. And I'm related. This product of eugenic is related to every single last one of y'all fuckers. So the people that are riding out with this, they're riding out. The people that are not, y'all are fucking sitting there lemmings. That's what y'all asses are. And I'm not going to say it nice. I'm not going to, this is Sunday. You need a real sermon. Not no fucking bullshit that they giving you in the church to keep this fucking shit going. Catholic church been doing it. Christian church been doing it. All the churches been doing it. Placating everybody while fucking everybody over at the end of the day. Mega churches and shit sprawled all over the fucking place in this place. Y'all are sick. And all y'all minorities that are ICE agents, you need to be reprogrammed. Because the fucking racists programmed your asses. We've been calling it out. Go look back in my social media and see how we calling out, and brown people been calling out that y'all, brown and black people been calling out that y'all were getting brainwashed by the South, deep South, that was brainwashing y'all to think that you had a chance here, and then helping you grow your businesses so that they could go literally fucking kidnap your asses later down the line and say that you don't belong here after they enrich themselves off your labor. And y'all are doing the same fucking thing as my family members. All y'all doing the same fucking thing. Because you want success in your life, you will have no success. What you have is mediocre, just barely getting by. And you're happy with that because you know how grimy you are. You will not have success because the people that are kind and good and decent people that you have trying to drive to insanity with your fucking lack of actual love. All that love shit. You talk about love, your family reunion shit, all that shit. Lies. None of y'all are doing jack shit. None of y'all none of y'all opened up a couch when a person was homeless. I had to pull myself up by my bootstraps. Then I gotta come over here and still fight for everybody else who technically I'm one of the most vulnerable populations out here, but I'm out here fighting like a fucking guerrilla warfare soldier in this bitch. On the front lines, and you think anybody fucking calls to see how I'm doing? I can't even fit them on my hands. I can't even fit them on my hands. That is sad. Y'all were programmed like that, and then you don't want to reprogram yourself to get out of that shit. You want to keep blaming the fucking victims and blaming the people who was thrown out or dragged through some fucking crazy ass sex circuit or whatever the fuck. You're not looking at you failed as a community. You're not looking at that. You're ready to blame everybody else. Because even if you do get brainwashed, you still got to get together as community, get some fucking shit done. I'm not about to be out here holding your dang hand, but I'm going to do the best that I can for these dang youth. They don't know how to fuck to read. I got to put subtitles on my shit for them, Americans, and the white people too, because if I just seen a white lady today talking about English is the capital of America. What? That is by design. So when you're seeing these people, you need to be able to explain it so that they understand. You have to come from a place of empathy. This is why it shows that you are not people of empathy. Because you got to be able to say, hold on. You have to literally put things into perspective and say, common sense is not common. I'm dealing with some fucking stupid ass people here. I'm dealing with real ignorant people here. These people paid their way into college, a lot of them that are in these positions, and you glorify them like, come save us. God, pray to God, God gonna save us. No. You're not even going to fucking go after Christ consciousness yourself. You're waiting to go to slaughter. What the fuck? Like, share, and subscribe to shit. Stop fucking playing with me. I'm going to play my dang video game. I'm not playing with y'all in these fucking streets, okay? I'm not playing. Y'all be doing too much, and you try to get me aggravated and try to have my pressure up. For my whole fucking life, I haven't had no goddamn high blood pressure. I'm fucking around dealing with you, living in this fucking shit show of your mess. And I got high blood pressure. Now I gotta bring my shit down and be a curandera and bring my fucking shit down and take my dang supplements so that I keep my shit right. Fucking around with you. And I eat healthy too. I do backslide. I ain't gonna lie. I have my cheat days. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like you didn't shoot me up with a 3-month injection just to fucking try to shut me up. Just to try to feed a fucking narrative that you fucking pulled out of your own asses to cover up your own bullshit and to cover up the fact that you're all doing fraud and getting bribed. You shouldn't be getting gifts from no billionaire. That's called a bribe. Don't accept no gifts from these motherfuckers. None. And then you get a gift, so you gotta disclose. You gotta disclose it. No, you shouldn't be able to get nothing from them. Nothing. Just like if you can't give us health care, we should be saying you shouldn't be getting it. If we can't afford fucking clothes to go to a job interview, you shouldn't be having no fucking stipend for your fucking clothes and no housing stipend. Get the fuck out of here. That should be common sense. But like I said, nobody's screaming in the rooftops for that shit. And your little term limits that y'all got, you without you little motherfuckers with no term limits, you got to go. No term limits you need to have term limits enacted. So get these fucking minions out of here. So that every time we get new people, we can investigate what contracts actually happened that were in the administration before and see how the fuck it fucked us over, and we could change it versus having to be stuck with the same fucking minion fuck shit for how many generations. And then they want to cry. Nobody wants to be with us. The male loneliness epidemic. And oh my God, why nobody wants to be my friend? Why would nobody want to go to the dang family parties and shit like that? Because you snatching people out the street that legally came here after y'all was sitting over here talking about illegals. The people you're getting are legal. Or trying to be on their way in court, and you snatching them out the court. The fuck sense do you make? You need to pull it the fuck together, bro. I don't know if you got to get run over by a train. I don't know if you got to get run over by a bus. I don't know if you got to lose all your money and all your assets and never have sex ever again because nobody would want to touch you with a fucking 10-foot pole. I don't know. But it's going to start showing itself. It's going to start presenting itself. And then you're going to start seeing it. And then you're going to start panicking worse than you already are now. And then it's going to be looking worse. And then you're going to be trying to gaslight everybody, saying that it's us who is telling the truth. That's the problem. And that we need to go. We need to go to the hospital. We need to go to camps. That you already put yourself in alignment for that now. You put yourself in alignment for that now. I see. And millennials have pattern recognition. I already had it before that. Before they want to claim, y'all were stuck on your dang TVs and playing video games too much. I was able to go outside with Gaia. Collect samples, investigate people, look at it from a sociological perspective. Okay, I was able to study by myself, teach myself when I was homeschooled. I didn't have no teacher. I taught myself. So you have to take the reins and you have to study yourself. Don't just go down every rabbit hole and just be like that. No, actually fucking comprehend and read. Learn what the fuck is actually happening around you psychologically, as well as spiritually, so that you can see the manipulation when it's happening. And then you can check out and come back in after you do your self-care and then work on this battle and work on this fight again. That's how you're supposed to be operating. If you're not operating like that and you're not meeting us halfway and going and going to do what you need to do, what you feel led to do, then you're not even living your life on intuition, and you're going to be misled for the rest of your dang life if you don't pull that shit together. They're going to be able to okie doke you forever, in perpetuity, because you're going to sit there and really be thinking them to tell on themselves that their asses are defrauding you, Ponzi scheming you, and fucking your lives up, and making you go through turmoil and illnesses that you don't need to go through because they're abusing you, and you don't even realize it. I'm going to leave it there, real gentle for you, because you need a little bit of that too, for some balance, okay? I'm going to talk to you in my you're so sensitive voice, because there's a lot of that out there too. Anyway, you try to have you a decent Sunday, but you really should have the day that you deserve, okay? Have the day that you deserve.